Welcome you guys to another video on the Master of the Craft YouTube channel. We're getting closer and closer to Christmas. Happy holidays to everybody. I hope everybody has a blessed and wonderful holiday, wonderful Christmas, and a wonderful New Year's. Um, this is my year in review video. Just reviewing how 2018 went for me in life and in ministry, love life, all that stuff, all that good, juicy stuff. So, excuse me, guys, I just got the shower, so I'm trying to get myself together. I'm actually about to, in the process of growing my hair back, growing dreads, so that's why I haven't cut my hair yet, but that's for another video. Um, 2018, man, what can I say? It was a very interesting year, very rough year. Not for the most part, but for the latter half of the year, like from like September down, it was actually pretty much a rough year. Um, I've connected to some great people this year, and I've also disconnected myself from a lot of bad people. But we'll get into that. 2018 was a very good year for me financially because I was able to do a lot. I was able to travel. I was able to um, put money down on a building. I don't let everybody know my moves or what I'm doing. I kind of keep it to myself. But with me teaching classes and me wanting to have better things for the kids that I have, the kids that I mentor, um, a lot of money goes into it. So I put a lot of money down on venues and locations and outfits and stuff and uniforms and stuff like that. But it was a very good year for me financially. I don't really have any complaints. God has been blessing me tremendously, and I dare not get on here and not give him the glory and give him the honor, um, because he's done so much for me and he's still doing things for me. Um, so yeah, 2018 was a very good year for me financially. Um, 2018 taught me a lot. I feel as though I grew a lot this year. There's still some things that I can improve on. There's still some things that I can get better at. I can uh, ignore people a lot more. I've gotten a lot better in that category, but I can ignore people a lot more. Um, I can take things to God a lot more. Um, I can pray on things a lot more, and I can control my emotions a lot more. Um, that's just human nature, human stuff. None of us are perfect, so I'll be the first to admit I'm not perfect, and I have a lot of areas I can improve in, and this is just me being transparent. Um, so yeah, 2018 taught me a lot. It told me that I can handle things a lot differently than how I handle them. So I plan on going into next year with a clear head, clear mind, trying to do things different. Every year I want to progress. Every year I want to add something to um, myself that's positive. So 2019, that's going to be the goal. Um, that's my goal for next year. You guys have your own goals, and I have my own. Everybody should have some type of goal going into next year. Um, Additionally, relationship wise, 2018 was pretty interesting. A lot of things got exposed, a lot of things got was made clear that I already knew. I mean, I'll tell you guys this. I'm in constant prayer. My discernment is very sharp. It's a very actually underrated quality about myself. Everybody just focuses on a mime and a teaching and stuff like that. I'm a very good teacher and I'm a very good mime. So people focus on that, but they don't focus on the other spiritual things. I actually am a licensed altar worker. I know how to work the altar. I actually know how to uh, depict and, you know, uh, break down the word. Something I know how to do, but I do that in my private time. And when I do have to speak, when I do get speaking engagements, I do that. I also observe and I also have very good discernment. So, um, you guys, I don't want you guys to think that the things that go on I don't know. Whether it's brought to me and whether it's not, God always shows me. He always lets me know something's off, something's going on, because He does not want me hurt. He did not want me to be disappointed. He did not want me to be in pain. So when I'm in constant prayer, things are revealed to me in prayer. And whether I'm sitting here rehearsing, or I'm sitting here meditating, things are always revealed to me. So you have people who try to intentionally hurt you for immature reasons. Um, and they didn't succeed this year. If it had been me in 2015, they would have succeeded. But the 2018 Justin was a little bit more tough-skinned, a little bit more aware, a little bit more sharp. His thinking, a little bit more intellectual. I've always been an intellectual guy, but a little bit more intellectual, a little bit more strategic. So, yeah, God revealed a lot to me, and He pre-warned me about a lot of situations. Um, Way before anything was brought to me. So I already knew what was going on. But I love strategy. I love games because I watch a lot of movies, and I love strategy, and I love making people feel like they have one over me. Then at the end, I just let them know, listen, I was on to you the whole time, which is why I was moving how I was moving. Um, what's out there that people are misinformed on is I'm not as emotional as you guys think. I know how to uh, make others feel better about themselves. I know how to make others feel as though they had me wrapped around their finger. When in all actuality, you don't. My mother raised a very, very strong man. I'm 28 years old. She raised a very, very strong man. She raised a man that's a thinker, and she raised a man that doesn't depend on any female for anything. That doesn't need a female for anything. I can stroke my own ego, and I can do ministry all day and not worry about a woman. What gets me high in a sense of not smoking or getting high, 'cause I never smoked a day in my life, but what gets me that high is my ministry and seeing that I'm impacting the lives of these kids or in the lives of people, period. That's what gets me high. That's what gets me to the point where I'm content and I feel good about myself. And the fact that I know in the back of my mind that I'm pleasing God and I'm honoring God, that's what gets me that high. So a woman has never did that for me, never until recently. But we're gonna get into that. Um, yeah. So you have people that immaturely try to do that instead of moving on and moving forward and just leaving the person alone. They want to try to weasel their way back in just to hurt a person, and that's very, very immature. And in 2019, a lot of our goals should be our maturity. Our maturity level needs to rise a little bit. Nobody has time for any of that stuff. I don't have time for it, but I just like playing along with stuff. I like making people feel like they have one up over me. The things that used to make me upset don't make me upset anymore. And a lot of people noticed that this year, which is why they said a lot of things, but it didn't affect nothing over here. I wasn't in the corner crying or balling up and crying. My mom always told me, never let them see you sweat. And I was not in nobody's corner crying and complaining about anything that was going on. I was just laughing the whole time, low key. Actually, no, leave it low key, high key. So I learned a lot in relationships. I learned to be a little bit more patient, a little bit more careful with women because um, society paints the picture that men are the bad guys, that men are the ones that try to use and abuse females, that try to cheat and stuff like that. But it's actually in 2018 the other way around. 2018 females are the worst, and I've noticed that they're very sneaky, they're liars, and they like to get what they want. To say something to get what they want, say things to get what they want. But it doesn't work on me. I'm gonna play right along with you because I love stuff like that. But yeah. Um, the latter half of 2018, man, I met this this beautiful soul, this beautiful woman, and I've been talking to her for the last week and some change, and she's really changed my outlook on women because I had a very, very bad outlook, being cheated on and being played, or people thinking they blame me, and stuff like that, and wasting my time. 28 years old, wanting to be married by 27, but I'm a little past that, but it's cool. But I met this wonderful woman, one beautiful soul, and she's a breath of fresh air. We have a lot in common, and the way we handle things, the way we communicate, the way we do things is totally, totally different than anything I've had. Like I've never had this connection with anybody to start off. I'm always had to be built, but God had something better for me. Getting out of the situation I just got out of with the games and stuff. he had a better situation for me, and I thank him for that because every time I'm in need or every time I ask God for something, he delivers. So I have no complaints over here. So yeah, she's a very, very beautiful soul. I'm not going to reveal her name. I'm not going to say anything about her. I haven't tagged her in any posts. I haven't did anything because I'm trying to keep her private because once people know who she is, they're going to be hitting her up. I don't have time for that. So we're going to maintain her confidentiality. Ministry wise, lastly, ministry has been good. Ministry has been one of the most consistent things, actually, the most consistent thing in my life. I love mime with all my heart and all my soul. Nothing makes me happier, and I thank God for giving me the gift. Um, Ministry wise, we did Chicago, we did Jamaica, we did Atlanta, we did Charlotte. We did a lot of traveling this year, and next year, oh my goodness, we have doubled that next year. I actually have 61 engagements on the calendar for next year already. This year I danced over 140 times. I thank God for the opportunities. I thank God for the open doors. I do not take it for granted because everybody does not get this opportunity to do what I do as much as I do it. So I thank God for that. This year to overall was, if I had to grade it, it was about a solid 75, solid maybe 75, 76. It's a little C plus or whatever maybe. Um, no year is going to be perfect. Everything is going to be perfect, but overall, as far as God, as far as how what I grade God an A every day of the week. He gets 100% because he gave me everything I wanted this year. Yes, he took me through trials and tribulations, um, which is which is going to happen because that's how he makes me strong and that's how he gets me to where he wants me to go. But he gets a 100. This year was a solid. Me personally, looking at it from a human aspect, a solid 75, solid C plus, which is good. Um, Maybe close to a B, but the last end of the year has been dope. Talking to this beautiful woman, and her spirit is just so pure and so unique. But yeah, everything ministry was good, and life was pretty much good for the most part. I went through a lot of ups and downs, but I thank God for allowing me to make it to the end of the year. The end of the year has not come yet. We haven't closed out December yet, but and went into next year. But making it to December because I could have been dead a long time ago, but He's kept me. So I hope you guys' year was just as good as mine. I love you guys. Look for more content coming in the future, more dance videos and all that stuff, and look forward to conversion back to the old channel. To the channel, look up my other channel. It's actually entitled Evangelist Justin Williams. If you can find it, it has 1,400 subscribers. So we're going to transition over to that. I want to transition everything over there. So look for that. We're going to be doing that in 2019. Look for not music videos, mime videos, and look for like actual recorded mime videos. Look for that and look for a lot of production stuff that I'm gonna be doing. 2019 is gonna be a big year. I love you guys. Peace.